Welcome back to this shenanigans. I'm like watching. I'm watching videos while I stream, which is, exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So. Sparkling paranormal and counter paranormal. Okay. Alright. I would love to get a mouse. Come on. There we go. I would really like a mouse. Frick. Mouse, are you shiny? Uh, ah. Memes, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I remember seeing you the other day somewhere, whether it was in my chat or not. I don't remember. Alright. Where is he? Where's the mouse? Good luck with a rodent. Yeah, it's kind of gonna be rough, but I'm here for it. I do longest shiny hunts in the game. Probably here. I mean, you might be right. Deet, 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 deet. Mouse. Come on, kill the mouse. Thank you. I hate having to do this because the problem with this hunt is it takes my almost undivided attention, whereas I cannot shiny hunt really on another one because I am. All right. Yeet. Can I get a shiny one? Shiny mouse, shiny mouse, shiny mouse. Okay. I wanted to do shiny only sun, so starter resets are slowly devouring my soul. Oh my god. I don't know how long that reset is, but I just did the starter reset for X and Y, and it's like a 3-minute ordeal. It is so long, and I hate it. I liked the... I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather do the shiny hunt in BDSP, because in BDSP you only have to click one button. You just have to spam A, you know. But in like in X and Y, you have to pick your name and pick your stuff and do the whole nickname stuff. Get the Pokedex, answer some stupid questions. It's annoying. It's so annoying. And, yeah, I think... I hated it. But that hunt went really fast for me. I got really lucky. It was like 390 resets. And I got it. So I was so excited. Because that hunt is so annoying. I thought I'd be there forever. But I just finished a Ultra Sun only run because I wanted to find the hardest... I hunt the hardest shiny hunts in the game. And I thought Marini was the hardest shiny hunt in the game because Corsola is a 1% spawn. And then it's a 1% chance to get a shiny Marini in chaining. And if you don't kill the Marini, then it will kill the Corsola, ending your chain. And so I did that... and I got it. I had to kill like 12 shiny Corsolas in that, but you know, it ended up being alright, I guess. I ended up getting it. And then somebody told me that Beldum was the hardest hunt in the game, because not only do you have to, yeah, it has takedown, so it kills itself, but you also have to, get the, you also have to catch it, And so I did that one, and it took me like 3 hours. It was not hard. And so now I'm gonna try to get Salazzle. And I was thinking Salazzle was not a hard hunt. But the problem with shiny hunting Salazzle is it has Smog and Ember, which means you have to have a Pokemon that's immune to burn or immune to poison, or both. Ideally, it's both. So then after that, I was like, oh, I'll just catch a Salazzle, or I'll just catch a Salandit or whatever and use it. And then the problem with that was Salazzle has very, very low HP. And the other move that Salandit has is Dragon Rage. So literally, Salandit just dies in like 1 or 2 hits. So I end up having to go back to the drawing board and figure out how the frick do I hunt Salandit. And so I came to the conclusion that there's a Pokemon that's immune to Dragon type moves. It's a Fairy type. And then I was like, how do I get something that's immune to both fire and poison? Because there's not a type, like, you know, fire's immune to fire, poison is immune to poison, and so is steel. So I was like, you can't, there's not a type overlap there. But I ended up coming to the conclusion that there is Clefable has the ability to not get hurt by anything that's not an attacking move. So it doesn't get hurt by burn. Also, Clefable is immune to dragon type moves. Bellum's hard to catch. I used my Master Ball due to it, plus I got 3 male shiny Salandits trying to get Salazzle. Yeah, I mean, that's the other part is it's... But catching Marini, it's a 1% on top of a 1%. Salazzle would just be a 12%. You know? So it's arguably easier, but it is so much harder because of what it is, you know? So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to get the... I'm going to try to get the Salazzle. But I also want to do it on stream. I don't want to, you know, do it off stream because I like doing these these awful shiny hunts on stream. I think this is the hardest shiny hunt because you can't even see it. And it's one of the 3 that are legitimately the hardest statistically. So, yeah. Because at least with Sinistea or at least with Sinistea or Dunsparce, you can see them. Whereas you physically can't with Mousehold, or I physically can't. I don't know if somebody else can, but I cannot. So, yeah, I thought this would be kind of fun. Spoiler alert, it's not. I mean, it would be a big reward if I got it, you know. Plus, I want to get back into these games because I hadn't played them in a while. And I wanted to do some shiny hunting. I'm going to see if anybody is available to do some Gym League. Use the league. Question mark? There's two mice there. You should kill them both. Thanks. Sometimes it makes it easy when they're all in a huddle like that. But, you know, sometimes it makes it hard. Oh, man. Oh, God. I want a mouse. I don't want to stream for too long today, but I'm totally down to stream for about an hour. Is the hope. Two 30-minute increments. Ah! Okay. I thought I was gonna run into that mouse. I'm just vibing. I don't have any idea what's on this t-shirt. My mom got it for me from, like, the South. The South? My mom got it for me from Mexico. Don't go into the mountain. It's not safe for mice. Actually, it would be more safe for mice. Yo, fallen official. Nope, it's not. I lied. I'm sorry. I just dead named you. I thought I was a good trans ally, but I dead named you, and I am sorry. My sincere apologies. Wow, I'm sorry. I thought I was good, but apparently I'm a terrible person. How rude. I said I was sorry. Is that not good enough? It's fine. You sound even more mad. It's been a while. Do you want to hop on a VC or nah? I can. You can? Let's go. They call me Fallen Phalo. Sorry, I'm responding to DMs. I'm just gonna call you, I guess. Actually, I'm gonna go into my own Discord. Oh god! And then I'm going to go into the YouTube streaming VC. And then I'm going to disable streamer mode so that I can hopefully, ideally hear you come in if you do. And when you do. Welcome.
Hello.
I talked too long. What's poppin'? Oh, hey. I have a thing for you.
Oh no.
I got a new car.
Oh, cool.
I forgot to tell
Lego one?
Sebi. Oh, no. It's a real car.
Okay. I literally went to
Dang.
Walmart today and I'm like, oh, my friend got this car.
Oh, did you see it at Walmart? I got it
Yeah.
at the Lego store.
Yeah, we don't have a Lego store near here.
Oh god, all of my
The only
Oh,
things that we
God.
have that are Lego store adjacent are
Lego
bricks and
store
minifigs.
adjacent.
The figs, bricks and minifigs. Those stores.
I almost just sent you a
They have
picture of
no
dogs.
association with the Lego store, but they sell Legos. And buy Legos. Just like the one that was near me closed because the rent in the mall it was in was way too high for them.
Yeah.
Photo. I'm gonna have a little bit of PTSD to big trucks.
Oh, it is not big.
It looks a little big from the photos.
It might look big, but I promise you it is smaller in weight and length than my Firebird. It's tiny.
Did I tell you that I got into an accident?
No?
We
You don't tell me anything.
We were pulling, like, me and my mom were pulling out of, well, I wanted to go to Fred Meyer, or technically Kroger's for you. I wanted to go to Kroger's. I wanted to get something specific from there, and to do an interview before I got this job that I'm doing now. And on the way out, this huge white truck hit us. As we were pulling out, we looked both ways multiple times. And, because of my state laws, we are at fault.
Wow.
Even though he hit us. Well, he destroyed the front of his brand new truck. And we got the side of our vehicle destroyed.
Rip.
The side that I was sitting on. So I whacked my head against the side of the vehicle.
Oofy.
Hit.
Did you get concussion tested?
No.
Okay.
All I know is that the dude told us what, like, he completely said, yeah, this is my fault. He stopped. He gave us his insurance, and then we got the report back, and he went a whole 180 and said that we pulled out when he had just turned around the corner.
Yeah, I hate police reports like that.
Yeah, he literally, all the damage he did to his vehicle was just all the plastic bits that were in the front went into the space where the tire goes.
Oh.
And he just pulled all that out.
Yep.
While we were there in the parking lot so he could drive it home. And the back of our vehicle got destroyed so much to part my mom had to re-bend the back, like the side of the truck, just to open the tailgate.
Ooh.
Because it bent it so far in, it smashed all the plastic from the light and pushed it into the tailgate.
Strong mom. Muscle mom.
But the thing is, where we were was like halfway down the lane in the parking lot. So we had at least 5 cars one direction and like 7 cars the other. And we pulled out. We were only like not even fully halfway out. We looked multiple ways. This dude had enough time to stop to see us pulling out that it should be his fault for hitting us. Because he had 5 cars worth of space to stop after turning a corner. He says, oh, I just turned the corner and freaking their car was out in the middle of the thing. I got mad.
Yeah, understandable.
Because we're screwed with a destroyed vehicle at this point, or like a messed up vehicle. Our insurance won't pay for any of it. Our insurance paid for their that person's vehicle.
That is at least good that it paid for their vehicle.
Yeah, it paid for their vehicle, but it's like, yeah, we can't fix yours because in this situation you were liable, you're at fault. So,
yeah.
just because of my state's rules,
Stupid,
you know, it clearly looks like he hit us.
Stupid liability insurance. Fun fact, it's illegal for me to put liability on insurance on my truck.
Interesting.
Because I owe on it. So it has to be fully covered. Bumper to bumper. Otherwise, I am not allowed to drive it.
I had to buy a bunch of things today. And I hate having money.
Why? Because you have to spend it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay rent, luckily, because I live with my mom, but...
Rent suck.
Thing is, I only work 3 days a week. For 6 hours a day. So I'm not really doing much. I only work part-time. But that was after they shorted my hours.
Yeah.
I was originally working 8 hours a day for 4 days a week and getting about 32 hours. But apparently I got hired during like the seasonal stuff, kind of.
Yeah.
So my hours during seasonal stuff are 8 hours for 4 days. Now I only work 3 days for 6 hours a day.
That's not terrible. Is it 3 days in a row or no?
It's like 17 an hour, but...
Jesus. Yeah, I remember it being, like, ridiculous.
Which is only, like... Oh, it's Friday. For the next couple weeks, it's Friday, not Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Interesting.
I hate that there's a day in between.
Yeah, that's kind of wonky.
My schedule's gonna be a little weird for the next couple weeks. I normally don't work Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays. I'm free those days. But next week, on Wednesday, I'm working for 4 hours. No lunch, just one break. And then the week after that, I'm working that Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm working Friday for 6 hours, Sunday for 6 hours, Monday for 6 hours, Tuesday, Wednesday for 4 hours each. I'm getting upset with the inconsistency with my schedule.
Yeah, that's what kind of sucks about, especially being like more part time. They kind of just throw you around wherever they need you, which is not fun because it's inconsistent.
I'm in the back area of the store. We pull all the product out into the floor. It just sucks that when I joined, they added a few more positions to the thing. So now we do a little bit more than what the job was prescribed to do. We were never supposed to work in the dairy freezers. We work in those now. We do returns. We don't go to the customer service thing and return stuff for people. We just grab the cart of things that have been returned and take them back to the shelves.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that part.
That would suck.
Because I don't like customers. I don't want to help people. I would like to help people because I feel nice about it, but if I had the choice, I wouldn't go out and help people.
Also, if somebody's returning something, they're not happy with the product, So
Well, the thing is, they said that 75% of the stuff that's there isn't even they didn't even take it out of the store and return it. They didn't even buy it.
Oh, so it's I decided, I got up to the cash register and decided that this is not me.
Or they left it on a shelf and and someone grabbed it.
Somebody grabbed it.
Or freaking moved it. So, yeah, well, here's a really bad day. I spent 8 hours returning one cart.
Jesus Christ.
1.5 carts. It was originally one cart, but they had to shift it to it because someone just kept adding stuff to the cart and went up to the cash register thing, or the checkout, and learned that they had no money.
Oh, no.
So, I had to return that whole cart. There was ice cream in there, there was frozen pizzas, everything, and it had been sitting there for a couple hours. So I'm like, should I even return the pizzas? I'm like, yeah, just do it.
Oh, yeah, that's a hard decision, but, inevitably you just gotta go, that's not really my problem, Yeah, that would suck. Oh my god.
This job kind of sucks. Especially, I'm so glad we got new team leads, because the team leads that we had when I first started were frustrating me so much that I almost broke down and blew up on everybody. And I've only been there for almost 2 months now. It took me 3 or 4 weeks just to almost break down in front of someone.
Hey, you know what? That's not bad. I do that almost every day.
I'm just glad that the last week that I've worked, we've got new team leads, and they actually treat me like a person. They actually talk to me and actually communicate with me, and...
Don't tell that to corporate, because then they'll get mad.
I'm not going to.
Yeah. They'll be like, you're treated like a human? Terrible. Get them out.
I'm at this point kind of looking for another job, but I'm going to keep this one until I find a different one.
Yeah, me.
As long as they keep me around.
I told myself, if I can find a job that pays half as good as mine, and I can have consistent hours, pays half as much as mine, and I can have consistent hours, I would do it.
I had just gotten used to my schedule and oh, we're changing it up. And we didn't tell you. So when you showed up 2 hours early for your shift, or you thought it was on time, you ended up showing up 2 hours early.
There was one time where I was working at the grocery store where I worked every other weekend, right? Because I was going to school and, I couldn't work during the week because, school. And so I worked every other weekend, and it was very, very consistent for 3 years. But one weekend I came in, in the weekend, and they were like, hey, I thought you got fired. And I was like, what? And they were like, well, you're only allowed one no-call, no-show. And I was like, okay. And they were like, "You were on the schedule last week." And I was like, "I shouldn't have been because I work every other weekend." And they're like, "No, you're on the schedule." And I was like, "All right." Nobody told me, and the place is like, 30 minutes away. I don't live in town like everybody else. I can't just go check my schedule. And then nobody ever nobody wrote me up or anything like that, because it was still like, it was consistent there that after that I still worked every other weekend exactly as I did, but I never got a write up or anything. Nobody told me anything was wrong.
Yeah, the place I work, it's a 5-point system. You show up late, like after like the 10 minutes, the 10-15 minutes, you get half a point. No call, no show, you get 3 points or 3 times the points you already have. What was it? There's another thing you can do. Or you don't finish your shift, you get a full point. Without like telling anybody. But there's like another thing where you can get 2 points as well. You can even get 5 points in one go.
So what is it? After you get 5 points, you are fired, or is it like
I think it's
a write-up?
Yeah, once you get 5 points, you're immediately fired on the spot. And I don't think they have to pay any benefits to someone who's part-time after they fire you. So they don't give you any severance pay, they don't do this or that because you were fired. Yeah. Anyway, but
yep.
But I don't believe this. There's people who work here for 9 years, like if not 10. Like, how do people do this? This long at this place. I see myself working here for max a year.
Oh, I feel the exact same way about my job. I'm like, well, you know what's funny? I shouldn't say this because this is online public information, but I'm sure if somebody else finds this, I'll be long gone. I won't be working there anymore. But
yeah,
I've been working at my job for around 8 months, right? And I am now what's known as a veteran technician, because I'm one of 2 people who still work there since I started.
Damn.
I'm a veteran technician, and I have trainees every single week. Like, what?
You want to know why? Like, you want to know one of the reasons why I hate having money?
What?
Other than just having to spend it. I started the day off with almost $900. When I get paid directly every other Thursday.
Why you guys' pay schedule is so weird? Andre gets paid every Tuesday. Like, what?
I get paid every Thursday, every other 2 weeks. But the thing is, I get paid 6 days after the pay period.
What?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the pay period would be Friday.
Pay period would be Friday. And then 6 days after that, I get paid. At 12 a.m. on Thursday. I kind of wish I got paid on Tuesdays, just so I could have my money for 3 days and not have to go to work. But I get Thursday and then I go to work on Fridays.
I was gonna say, but at least you then can, like, use money, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you accidentally used all of your money, you know?
Here's the thing. I bought stuff for my computer that I'm trying to build. That was almost $300.
Jesus.
That is just RAM, storage, what was it? Thermal paste. Yeah, that was pretty much that. It's just storage, thermal paste, and RAM, which was almost $300.
Damn.
I just bought the power supply, which I spent $150 on. That was last paycheck. I just bought a CPU, which was like I spent like 50% off at the moment, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy that. I had to go buy another CPU for $40 just to update the motherboard. And I'm just waiting for the case to show up so I can build the PC enough so I can use it. But oh, I've already put like $700 into this computer. Just in parts, and all the parts are sitting here and I can't really do anything with them. But I started off the day with almost $900. It was maybe like 800 and something. I'm at like $70.
Oh my god.
I spent almost $300 on computer parts, and then I told my mom that I'd help around the house, so I'd spent like $200 at Walmart, just getting stuff. Or I think it was $250 or something like that. Then I had to go to GameStop because I had to get a new Joy-Con. They didn't have singular ones for the one I wanted. My right Joy-Con died. It stopped connecting to the Switch.
Yep.
I tried fixing it by putting the original motherboard back in it because I flip-flop motherboards because someone gave me broken Joy-Cons for free. Ended up putting that thing together, no problem. 5 minutes later, stopped functioning.
Oof.
So, and I got mad. And then took it apart, tried fixing it. All of a sudden, none of the pads, like there's little metal pads all over the board, like test points or like extra things here and there.
Yeah.
It's the left button and right button type of situation. There's a little momentary switch. It's in there. The middle pin, which is the positive pin, like the one where it sends the data to or from the button that you've pressed it.
Yeah.
All the points on the motherboard are gone.
Oh.
Because they just kept ripping off.
Nice.
So I gave up. I got mad. They still connect. It's just they connected for like a little bit, and then all of a sudden it just stopped working altogether. So yeah, I had to go buy a new Joy-Con. They only had left. No rights. So I had to buy a whole new set of Joy-Cons. I bought the purple and orange one.
Oh, those are my favorite.
There was green and pink, and I'm like, I don't want green and pink. I'm not a big fan of green, and pink isn't really something I want on my Switch. I specifically, when I got my Switch, wanted it to have gray Joy-Cons, just so I didn't have to deal with like the multicolor.
Like these ones.
Like the one that's right behind you, in your webcam or whatever, are probably the ones you're holding. Yeah, the gray ones. Those are the ones I have. Yeah, my right Joy-Con died, so.
I was gonna say.
And I've had them since 2019. Also, I had to fix my dock slightly. You know the hinge on the back or whatever, like the the door. Yeah, the clips completely broke off together at the same time. So I had to glue them back on. And now I have to be really careful. My younger brother was like, when you get the new Switch, which I ordered a brand new Switch last paycheck, spent almost $400 on it.
Oofy.
Because one, it's $10 for like it being a limited edition console, and $50 because it's the OLED. So I spent $60 more plus tax, which was $80 for the Legend of Zelda Switch. That's the money had just been sitting in my account all for like the last 2 weeks. The money still has yet to be taken out, but they alerted me that it is ready to ship, and will be there in a few days.
You could get a free Switch.
They don't take the money, technically, yeah. But I've had to sit there suffering because I wanted the Switch, and I had to like beg my mom to give me like $10 for lunch this and that day. just for them not to take the money until after this paycheck.
Oh, hey. I'm going to get enough money for a 3DS capture card thing.
Oh, cool.
That should be
Did you finally get a 3DS?
No.
You know you could buy a 3DS that already that has a capture card in it. You just be spending like $500 or $600 on it.
Yeah, I was planning on spending $500 or $600 anyway.
But I wouldn't trust it because they could all be in like weird conditions.
Yeah.
There's a website that is like really sketchy, kind of like a lot of people buy from it and they actually get the product. It just looks very sketchy. It's like $100, I think, for a capture card. But you have to solder all the points together to make it work.
Scares me.
Like you actually have to take the whole 3DS apart and put the ribbon thing on it and solder to each point, so it has a display out. But at least with one of those capture cards, you can actually upscale it instead of doing what I'm doing, which is literally sending 420p to my computer through the internet, and you can't do anything post-processing unless you are good with AI.
Okay, so how much would it take for you to do all of that?
I literally have no idea at this point. Because first you have to buy the 3DS. 2, you have to buy the capture card. 3, you have to pay for shipping to get it to me. 4, I'd have to figure out how to ship it back after I'm done.
That's not hard.
And I don't know how much labor would be at this point. I guess it would depend on how long it took me to do it.
What was my next question, was how long do you think it'd take you to do it?
I have no clue. The most I've ever done with the 3DS is just take it all apart to clean it and then struggle to put it back together just for me to literally last second already have all the cables all the way through the hinge, have none of them rip, anything, try to insert it into the cable, and the thing I was using went right through the cable.
Oof.
All I had to do was connect that plug-in and then put the back on it, and I was done. I bought a new screen, had to take it all back apart, and hope I didn't rip this one. You want to know what is another nut kick in the situation?
What?
A month later, I noticed there was a crack on the screen. And so in the top corner, you can see this black splotch, and if you press on it, there's a big crack on the corner. It wasn't there when I installed it. So it happened within the time of me installing it and me using it for like a month or 2.
Oof. Yeah, I need to spend an inordinate amount of money. Really soon.
I spent $150 on mine, like the one that I use now, which is the new model. And I just modded it and put the streaming software on there because it has more RAM and is overclocked compared to the original 3DS. And so it actually can send a good 30 frame per second signal to your computer through SnickerStream.
So, by an inordinate amount of money, I don't mean like $500. I just spent $30,000 on my truck. And I need to spend another $1,000 on wheels for it because it looks ugly. I'm gonna spend another about $1,000 putting a ceramic coating on the truck. I'm going to spend another, I don't know how much. I'm spending $1,500 on a bed cover for the truck. Yeah. And then something else I'm spending a lot of money on. But I'm planning to spend around $5,000 in the next month. After already spending $3,000.
Dude, I wish I had
Or
that
$30,000, sorry.
The most I make in a whole month is like maybe $1,400. That's it. I wish I had enough money just to spend like that.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. So adding another $500 for a DS, is not too bad, you know.
Mhm. My younger brother wanted me to give my 3DS, or not my 3DS, my Switch to my mom as a gift. I'm not giving my mom something that's completely tatered. The Switch is curved slightly, so it's like a curved monitor, but for a Switch. The Joy-Cons, original Joy-Cons no longer worked. Got new Joy-Cons. The dock door now ripped off, and I'm afraid she's gonna rip it off again if I give it to her. The Switch has internet instability randomly.
Let's go.
It doesn't have an Ethernet port on it. The new Switch I'm getting does. I can't remember what the other reasons were, but like there was just so many things that added on that is like, yeah, I'm not giving this to her. I'd rather just go buy another Switch and give it to her.
Oh, I'm also gonna be spending a lot of money, but this is not this year. It's gonna be next year. I'm just gonna buy a house.
With Andre, or
I don't know. Just if Andre
you gonna
wants to
leave
come,
Andre in the
that's
apartment, not even tell him
if he
buy the
wants to
house?
come, that's up to him. If he wants the apartment,
Just buy the house
he
and
can
see
have
how
the
long it takes
apartment.
Andre to notice that you're not there anymore.
It's just not there. Yeah, okay.
Like knocks on your door and you just like like none of your stuff is there.
Yes, everything's gone. All my cars are gone.
The only thing you leave is just a random address and a random order.
Yeah, I'll just show up with an address.
Just a piece of paper that has just the address written, but in
Just in
a
code.
mixed up order. So he
Yeah.
has to like decipher it.
Yeah, it's exactly what I
Make it
should do.
extremely hard for this dude to find your new home. But in invisible ink, it has the actual address, not mixed up.
He would be able to figure that out so fast. He's so weird with that stuff. That'd be like the first thing he thinks of is he'd be like, "There's invisible ink on this page. I just know it."
The only thing is, if you go buy a house, leave Kansas, please. I fear for your safety.
Okay, so if I were to leave Kansas, then that means I would go to Colorado because that's one of the only cities, or the only city, the only state that I would like go to willingly, right?
Yeah.
But living in Colorado is like so expensive, and I wouldn't be able to keep my job, which is like the reason that I'd be able to buy a house.
I just don't like the way that Kansas looks at you.
Yeah, I mean, if I left Kansas to do something, I don't know, mildly, you know, the same, just one of the closer states, my options are Nebraska, notoriously worse, Missouri, obviously worse, and Oklahoma, which borders on Texas. You can kind of guess and make your educated decision on, what that would be like.
Just come to big old. Well, I was gonna say Oregon, but like, don't come to Oregon because I don't trust the people in Oregon.
Yeah, so
Yeah, there's no sales tax, but they really screw you on the income tax.
yeah, I don't have a I don't know. I don't have a lot of options on where else to go. The city that I live in is super nice, and I love the city that I live in. But I wouldn't want to move anywhere else unless I got a house for free, due to inheritance. But I don't know if that's happening or not.
I was gonna say you could just stop doing the devil's lettuce and move to Japan, and try to auction for a free house.
So you can actually buy. What you can do. This is completely legally frowned upon.
Just
But
go squat in
if
someone's house.
you no, if you pay off somebody's house, like if they're in like debt and they're like fearing foreclosure, you can pay off the rest of their house, and they since you paid it off, and it was gonna be foreclosed, you're the final, like sayer on that property, which means it's legally yours. Legally,
Yeah,
illegally
you should
yours. So you could just steal
go,
houses from people.
just go find a really nice house you like, in the place you like it, and just screw someone over. They were gonna lose it anyway, so take it out from under them.
Exactly. But then, obviously, it's probably not going to be in the best area, right? Like, you know.
Yeah. But when has that ever stopped anybody?
It would stop me from living in it, is what it would do.
You should just buy a house, do that, and just like get a trailer and move the house.
Just pick up the house.
Yeah, just pick up the house and move somewhere else.
Should I go to Tennessee?
No.
Okay. I wouldn't survive in Tennessee, I'm sure.
Especially in Bob's area, I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, Bob should just come here.
Well, he should just figure out what's going on with his life.
Okay, that's a little judgmental. He's trying, okay?
I know he is. Just wish that he would finally get an answer.
So I'm sure he does too. Yeah, I don't know what's in store for me. I've had a lot of cool opportunities. So yeah. I mean, the opportunity to buy a house is pretty cool, especially sitting at the chill age of however old I am.
21.
I'm not 21.
20.
You were
20?
wrong. 2020? I'm as old as the earth.
That sounds religious.
Yeah, I was gonna say as old as like whatever, and then Earth, and then I was like, that makes me sound like a flat earther now, and I regret all of my
Dude,
decisions.
I still find it really funny when they were like a lot of flat earthers were trying to prove that Earth was flat by doing all these tests, and
And then they
all
proved
the
it
tests
was round.
leading to the answer of it's round. He's like, no, we messed up the test. Let's go do another one.
I watched a documentary, and like every time every time they find something out, like their face just like goes white, and it's like so funny to watch. Like I hate watching somebody's world fall apart, but like it is kind of it's harmless, right? Like if somebody figures out the Earth is round, ultimately that's a net positive, right?
I just feel like people need to accept the facts and not come up with their random gobbledygook of the solution.
But it's all random gobbledygook.
Dude, to prove the Earth is round, just shoot an arrow. There's an arc. Friggin'.
Damn
Yeah, I
it.
know gravity, but like just in general, there's an arc to it.
I
It
mean,
may not be concrete, but like it's still.
I mean, there's
shows
so
something.
much like. There's so much wrong with like thinking the Earth is flat. Like you have to come to a bunch of other conclusions before you come to the conclusion that the Earth is flat. You know? But also, you can like. I don't know how you would be so concrete to try to prove the Earth is flat. You know? Because it means you're already lacking intelligence. You know? And then to try to prove something, you have to be like a loud voice on a stupid issue. You know?
Yeah.
but the dumbest people are always the loudest, I feel like.
Well, I could say that for a lot of situations, not just like political.
Was that political? Is the flat Earth political?
Yeah,
I don't.
I think so.
I mean, I think that it's inherently like it shouldn't be political, but there's a large following that might have a similar leaning. You know.
Anytime I ever hear anything about flat Earth, it's the same people who say climate change isn't real.
You know what's funny? The people who say climate change isn't real is it's kind of it makes itself funny because like if you say climate change isn't real, like of course the climate changes. Like otherwise it would be 70 degrees every day. You know? Like
Mm-hmm.
like otherwise it would be the same like the climate does change and like, you know, it's not just today, tomorrow, the next day. Like, you know, it's so
I also just kind of find it upsetting that all the polar ice caps that are melting, we can't technically do anything about it other than to like just slow it down. Because if we put any energy into freezing them again, we're just putting more.
yeah, we're putting more. Yeah, we're creating more heat. More. You know, it's just gonna build.
So it's
more and
defeating
more.
the purpose of freezing them in general.
Yeah.
So you have to like, you have to make something hot for something else to be cold. That's just basic kinetic energy.
What is it called? In God, what is the fucking oh my God, what is it called? I'm forgetting the show and the quote at the same time. That mouse is literally invisible. You cannot tell me that's not an invisible mouse.
Why is your bottom screen not doing anything?
Because I'm not doing anything with the bottom screen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, if I get another capture card when I get the Switch, I can do what you're doing.
The law of equivalent exchange. That's what it is.
Ah. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. That's what it is. Yeah.
You can't. The only way you can make matter with nothing is with with the Philosopher's Stone. But even then, that's not really magic you want to deal with.
Okay, I saw a thing that was really cool, and there was somebody saying like, "Hey, the they said that the Big Bang isn't real," and then somebody just started laughing.
Well,
And
here's the thing.
Well, here,
That is-
no. Here. This is kind of cool.
Okay, I'll let you finish.
So the guy was like laughing, and the guy was like, "It's right, isn't it?" And the guy was like, "No, that's so stupid." And he goes, "Why is it stupid?" And he goes, "'Cause we can fucking see it." And he was like, "No, we can't." He was like, "Do you know how light years work?" And the guy was like, "No." And he was like, "If you look farther, like any stars in the sky, right, are dead now because they're millions of light years away, which means they died, you know, probably a long time ago."
The brighter they are, the what was it? The closer they are to burning out.
Yeah,
in our
so like
perspective.
they probably burned out millions of years ago, but it took years for it to get here, like light years, literally light years. And so if you get a telescope that you can see far enough, you can see the remnants of the Big Bang. You can see it. If you have to see it to believe it, we can. We've done it. We did it.
The only thing I'm
Congratulations.
gonna say is that most scientists are still believing, like, yeah, you might be able to see it, but it's still a running theory.
Everything in
Because they
science
haven't
is
been
a
able to figure
theory.
everything out.
Gravity is a theory. It's the most solid theory we have. Just because we call something a theory doesn't mean it's speculation, you know?
Working theory, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, it's gravity. We've had that theory for years. Thousands
Dude,
of years.
The gravity stuff, like those jokes are really funny if you tell them right. It's like, oh, I just defeated Sir Isaac Newton in a game of Call of Duty. What is? And he's like threatening to do something. I'm like, what are you gonna do? I was like, oh, please turn gravity back on.
Please
Or
turn gravity
please
back
reinvent
on.
gravity.
Yeah. I love science. I love science so much. I don't understand most of it, but science is so cool. I'm glad we got here.
I genuinely feel like it's the only thing to believe in, just for the fact that it's.
You don't
physical.
have to believe it, because you can't believe in science.
I can, actually. In the sense that, like, I believe in science the same way that you can tell someone genuinely that you believe in them.
Yeah, but science is the same whether you believe it or not.
I know. But
Like if you were to believe in somebody else would have a different belief than you in them, you know? Like if you were to believe in dragons,
tangible.
Everybody else might have a different belief in dragons, but science is the same whether you believe it or not. Like, it is the same to anybody.
Dragons
it doesn't
are
care who you are.
We're real at least at one point. But
I mean, depending on your definition of dragons.
But with like the working theory of anything, like dinosaurs, just big chickens. Now, like the more and more we like put more research into it.
I mean, they're the closest ancestors. Like.
Which finally gave the answer to what came first, the chicken or the egg. It's the
Dinosaurs.
egg.
Oh.
Yeah, because dinosaurs laid eggs. That
Did they
evolved
lay
into
eggs?
chickens.
I don't know if that's right, but you could be right. I don't have enough knowledge of dinosaurs. I'm not autistic in dinosaurs, you know?
I can't remember what. I think it was the T-Rex or something like that. If they like, they were working correctly. Like the T-Rex is what evolved into chickens. But I'm not 100% sure. I just don't want, like, I don't know about it enough to know how those things could have survived the thing that killed all the dinosaurs. But I don't know. I just feel like science just is more tangible in. It's like having someone tell you that they're telling the truth without actually proving it, and someone who's like, yeah, I will tell you the truth, and I will literally cross my heart and die. Or let you have my whole life type situation if I'm wrong.
But I love science
I would
changes.
rather go with that one.
I love how it changes. It sucks when it does change, but, you know, it is so cool.
That's why a lot of things are called working theories.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Not
you
just
can
a
never
theory.
you can never know anything 100%.
Yeah. I just wish that we would take a little bit more time to research the ocean.
I am fascinated by the ocean. Also, speaking of the ocean and dinosaurs, we have things since before dinosaurs were alive. Like animals that are still alive that were before dinosaurs.
I think they just found a species of something. I don't know what it was, but like it was like something that was either around the dinosaurs or older.
Like sharks and alligators have been around since before dinosaurs. Before trees. Sharks are older than trees. How crazy is that?
Well, it could make sense for the fact that trees only make up like what 15% of our oxygen on Earth.
Well, but here's the thing. Before trees, we had fungal columns, which did mildly the same thing as like moss and stuff. I mean, the same thing as fungus does now, you know? But, yeah, I mean, it's mildly cool how it all works.
Thinking about like mushrooms and stuff like that, I'm wondering if it was intentional, but like that was a really old joke at this point. Like back in 2010, I think when Gen 5 came out with Fungus and Among Us. It just sounds like a fungus among us.
There's a fungus
like a huge
among
meme
us.
that came out when Among Us was a thing.
Among Us.
There's a fungus among us. But it's fungus and amungus. This is like a really stupid thought that I had, but it's like, whoa.
It has to be, right?
Which also reminds me, have you ever watched Friends? The show?
Not willingly, no.
Same. There was an episode that popped up, and
Jesus Christ.
this is the first time that I can ever think of that is one of the older moments of the word that starts with an S. Ends with an P. That I'm not sure if I am allowed to say on the internet without the risk of demonetization. It's not a cuss word, it's just a slang word for someone. But they say it in the episode. I'm like, wait, this is from the 90s. How old is this word in the same definition? Because I think Phoebe says it, calling this one dude the word.
There was a what was it? When we were doing in like high school, when dank was really popular, we were reading some like Shakespearean thing, and the word dank came up, and we were all like, "Yo, oh my God, it's dank! Oh my!" And everybody like freaked out in like English class. But dank meant something else. Like it meant I don't know. They were talking about like a cave and like how caves are like damp on the side and stuff like that. And so that's what dank means
Dark and
apparently.
dingy.
Yeah. Like moist. You know.
Yo, this cave is dank.
Yes, that's literally yeah. That's what happened in my English class. We all freaked out. It happened a couple times. I told my mom, so my mom is a therapist, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes she'll text me and she'll be like, "Hey, what do these slang terms mean?" Because she works with young clients. And at one point she was like, "I work with adolescents or whatever." And she said like, "Oh, since I work with adolescents, they say weird things." I was like, "How old are the people that like you counsel?" And she was like, 25. Those are not adolescents. And my mom was like, "Well, they were like, you know, a little while ago." It's like, that doesn't count. Just because they're getting older doesn't mean, you know? But she'll text me like slang terms. So like I'll have to explain what slaps means to my mom, you know?
Wait, what is that?
Slaps? What, like something slaps?
Oh,
Yeah,
that slaps.
yo, this song slaps, you know?
Like, yo, this is a bop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have to explain slang term. It's so funny. So, yeah.
When I heard slaps, my brain was like, what context is this? I'm so confused. It was like, oh, this song is slap. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I heard it was I was at like track practice. And somebody said it, and I was like, they said, "Yo, this slaps." And I said, I couldn't process it. Because I was like, does that mean it's terrible? Does that mean it's good? Does that mean like, what does it mean? But, yeah,
Could
it
mean
was
it's
weird.
funny because it's a knee slapper.
That's definitely not what it means.
Dang, that song slaps.
I remember
Slapping me.
trying to like think of ones that my mom would need, and I said like roasted, and my mom's like, that is not a new term. It's like, what? She was like
Slaps?
roasting somebody? Roasting somebody is not new term, apparently. She's like, that was around
You're
the
roasted.
80s. Yeah, so apparently they were roasting people in the 80s.
Yeah? That's
They're
what
all-
all rap was.
They were also roasting people in the 40s, but I think that was a little bit different.
Dude, thinking about something from that time. Dr. Seuss he got fired from his job for drinking during Prohibition.
Yo, he's so old. Holy crap.
and then he only got a book deal after he said he wanted to make adult cartoon books. Yeah, like the company actually had to agree to that for them to have the rights to his books. So he had to be able to publish adult cartoon books, which he did. And they do exist. All drawn by him. I really don't like him, personally. More and more I learn about him, the more interesting he is, but like the least interested I want to be in him.
I mean, I feel like that's with everybody.
But
I
like,
know,
specifically
I
that
know,
dude.
I know. Like, you know, I learned that like Henry Ford's like parents owned slaves or something like that. I'm like, holy crap, that's terrifying to think about. You know, stuff like that. I'm like, oh, would rather just not have known. You know.
Well, you gotta learn some things just so you don't freaking have to repeat it or have someone else repeat it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm gonna own slaves.
Well, I don't think
That's never
either.
gonna happen to me. You know.
But technically, animals are slaves in some sense. So that's if you want to take it
I
down that
don't own
road.
any of animals, so I'm good.
I have a cat who pretty much beats me up constantly, so I don't know who owns who at this point. I will literally lay there and she will just beat me up out of nowhere.
Oh my god, this is so funny. So, the other day, this is not funny, but it's funny to me. The other day, I work for ADT. I put security systems in. I went into somebody's house and I knew their name. Like I knew them from high school, and they were like my old high school bully. And I was like, I wonder if they'll recognize me. They didn't. They didn't recognize me. And
Robbed him of
I I
$50,000.
wish no. But I got to see their credit. You know, I'm like, you know
Terrible.
what, I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good.
Well, at least they have credit. I don't have any.
I have decent credit. Now that I paid
I
off
have
my
no
credit
credit.
card.
I don't even have zero. I just have none. And I like, oh, maybe I should get a credit card just so that I can like not suffer slightly, but paid on my next paycheck or whatever. But I'm like, I don't trust myself enough to do that.
If you get one of the what are they
You can
called?
get a debit card type thing that also builds your credit, but I don't know if I trust it as much as an actual credit card.
Yeah, so I have one that's like a beginner credit card, and it's from Credit One, and they have really really high rates, but you know, it's literally your first credit card, and then you'll never use it again.
The
You
bank
know,
I go
once you
to
get
has
credit.
what is it, 0.1 or something like that, or like a 1 API or something like
I
that.
have no idea what's bad and what's good. I just know that Credit One is not. It's literally a
I don't
starter credit card. So the risk, and they limit you. So my limit on my card is 300 a month, which is not enough for gas. Well, maybe now.
I was planning on hanging out with my friends in a couple days. Probably not gonna happen because I have to pay my mom money for gas. Unless I just do not accept her paying me back for two things.
I. This is definitely gonna be my last sandwich.
No, you gotta eat more sandwiches.
I
So
hate
good.
Shinyhunting Tender Mouse. I want to get an actual sandwich.
I was gonna shiny hunt earlier today, but I didn't really feel like it.
What were you shiny hunting?
I'm still trying to shiny hunt the Eevee.
Which one?
I'm
This
just trying to
one?
get two Eevee. I'm just trying to get two Eevees so that I have a regular one and I have one that I can turn into an Umbreon. Because Umbreon's like my favorite Eevee Lucian.
Basic
Dude, I'm really mad that that's the only evolution that doesn't have a pop vinyl. Glaceon's coming out soon, so.
I'm proud of him. Oh God, can you clip that? Can you please clip that? Have the whole conversation, the whole pop vinyl thing,
I don't.
and then I'm gonna send that to Glacier.
How long have we been talking about pop vinyl? I don't know.
It's like a minute maybe, not even a minute. It was probably like 20 seconds. I know you don't want to run into the rock. I wouldn't want to run into him either. He got a lot of muscle. Here's a wrestler once. No, that's John Cena.
I hope this works. I don't know. Is the clip too long?
I don't know. Is it?
Oh, it has.
It's 60 seconds, I think. Which definitely encapsulates our entire conversation.
I have no idea where it starts. I would have to like mute you real quick just to hear it.
I'm okay with that.
Or
Deafen's in the middle of saying I got a deafen. That's so funny. I'm definitely gonna get food after this. I really want Taco Bell. Really, really want Taco Bell. Mouse, 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 mouse. Welcome back. Did you get it? I'll take that as a yes.
Look at the title.
Oh God. Dang it, I can't watch it here. I have to pull it up on my phone so I can hear it. I'm listening to it.
Cool.
I'm sending that right now.
But like, yeah, like they have Eevee, they have Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon, they even have Espeon, and Leafeon, and whatever. But like they don't have Umbreon, and I'm very upset.
Oh my God, I have 19 minutes left of the sandwich.
Dude, they have Scorbunny out soon too, but no Gen 2 starters for Pop Vinyls.
Yeah, nobody cares about the Gen 2 starters.
They don't have Gen 1. They have Gen 1, but they don't have Gen 2, 3, 4. But they have Oshawott from Gen 5. And then they have Scorbunny from Gen 8. But like, I want my boy. I want my Cyndaquil.
Did I tell you I'm using Quilava in a draft league?
Oh, did I tell you how I was gonna go up against Typhlosion?
What?
And that was a thing.
What?
My original plan was to use my Sprigato or whatever it is,
Sprigatito?
like the last stage.
Meowscarata?
Masquerada. I was gonna use that, and I was gonna use 4 different moves, and they would have done decently if I didn't get one shot every damn time.
Oh,
My health
Typhlosion's on a
sucks.
raid. Oh.
Typhlosion was a raid, yes.
Is Typhlosion in the game now? So, do you have a shiny one?
No.
Oh my god, you should do that.
Well, I can't really stream right now for the fact my computer's been glitching out, so I've been trying to build this new one.
Are you set up to do it? To shiny hunt it?
No.
You should set yourself up to shiny hunt it. When your computer gets fixed, then you can just plug and play.
Well, it's more. I think I know what the issue is. The power goes out randomly, and I think it messed up my Windows.
It's probably operator error.
So I have to like either reinstall Windows, and if that doesn't work, then it could be my power supply that has now completely been power cycled through it shutting off constantly, or it could just be my CPU burning out. So when I get this new computer, which I have to wait 2 more paychecks possibly to save up enough money to even get a GPU. Because
running.
the 3060 that I'm looking at is like $400.
See, if they're running away from me, that means they're not shiny because they think they're gonna die, and that's why they're running. But the shiny would know that it's not gonna die, and would not run away from me, right?
I don't know. All I know is I haven't gotten a shiny in forever, so.
Me neither. I actually got a shiny the last time I did this. I did get a shiny mouse house, but it's a 4-segmented mouse house.
Need the 3.
I need the 3. 3-segmented mouse house.
Did I tell you my story with my computer? I can't remember if I talked about this earlier, but.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Where I got the motherboard for $3.
Well, you didn't tell me. You didn't tell that to the stream earlier, but you told it to me a while ago.
Yeah, I went to an estate sale where someone had been vanquished, naturally.
Oh my god, I forgot that was a word. Took me a minute.
And the family didn't know what they were selling. They were just selling stuff, and my friend's like, "Would you take this for $3? Or would you sell this for $3?" And they're like, "Yeah, we don't know what it is, so whatever." And we gave him $3 for like a $200 or that's $200 used. The only thing it's missing is this Wi-Fi card. It had a Wi-Fi built in, but it's missing that card specifically, which I don't care. I'm gonna use Ethernet anyway, so. But it's a B450 bazooka max Wi-Fi. It's like a B450M bazooka max Wi-Fi, DDR4, AM4, has an M.2 slot. Freaking.
Oh, PM4.
The thing is, it looks brand new. It just, the only thing that doesn't look brand new is the cooler bracket. But than that, it looks pretty much brand new. So I was like, screw it. Like, I'm gonna try to build a PC around this. I bought a CPU not knowing if this thing worked or not. But I told myself if it doesn't work, I just go buy one because I can probably get a motherboard for like $100.
True.
But I now have a power supply. I have the CPU. I have the motherboard, storage, RAM, and that's pretty much it. I don't even have a case yet, or a GPU. Also, I think I figured out what my Minecraft issue was.
Operator error?
I didn't optimize Minecraft with my GPU.
I don't remember us having a problem with Minecraft.
I had a problem where my computer would crash constantly.
That's always the best problem to have.
But it'd be like, it would like, when I'm streaming, it would crash if I had anything open other than Minecraft. But I optimized it in my GeForce experience stuff.
Yeah.
And that was the smoothest experience I've ever had with Minecraft in my life. It was like so optimized that it was like, am I looking at something that's like impossible? So it was so smooth that I couldn't process the game as it was coming to like my brain. Dude, I was going at like 300 frames a second.
I forgot I was shiny hunting. I was just running around.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go for a 12 gigabyte RAM RTX 3060 for this computer.
Minutes? I don't know if I can do 13 minutes. I'm gonna die. Unless I get the shiny right now. That's not the shiny.
I kind of gave up on playing Switch for a while. So.
Yeah, same. I had a lot going on. Especially when the gym league like died down, then I really just didn't play on the Switch. You should take my spot as the water type gym leader. I'll give you all my Pokemon.
Dude,
So
okay, I need to continue what I was saying with the Typhlosion.
Okay. I don't
Sorry,
remember what you were
but
saying.
can you guess what? Because that was something I was talking about. Forgot about it. Can you guess what Pokemon I used to take out Typhlosion?
Oh, no. Slowbro.
It's something I never used up until that point. So I had to get it from like a level, what, 30 I think, up to a level 100 almost. Just to use a non-attacking move and an attacking move constantly because it did more damage every time I got hit.
What does more damage every time you get hit? Stuff like Revenge.
It's a newer move, I think. I don't think any other Pokemon has gotten this move.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And Annihilate.
Ooh, Rage Fist.
Rage Fist, yeah. Screech and Rage Fist. I used Screech twice, got it off, and then I know I'm weak to it because of whatever, but my Pokemon was high enough level and defense that it could survive at least one hit. Maybe two if it didn't use Eruption constantly. I did Screech, and its defense went down heavily. I died, came back, used Rage Fist, and since I got hit twice, it doubled the attack. And I did that, and I just kept spamming Rage Fist every time I got hit. And my teammates would heal me up, and I could heal up when I ran out of Rage Fist. I had to like give myself more PP on the Rage Fist so I can use it more. And I defeated it.
Yo.
Dude, Typhlosion sucks trying to go up against it when it's a ghost type Terra. It's not even the ghost version of Typhlosion, it's just a ghost type Terra.
Yeah.
So it's like not even it's only ghost. That thing sucks so much to fight, but I'm so glad that I have my Pokemon. You know, I already have a Japanese one and an English one sitting in my bank, or whatever, or home, or whatever. I literally stopped playing Pokemon Go after I got a Cyndaquil. My phone was at 5%, and I was walking across the city just to get a Cyndaquil. I caught it when my phone was at 1%, like just 1%. I'm like, yay! And then I got off the app and then went home and then charged my phone. I'm like, yay! And then I started feeding it and walking it around in Pokemon Go.
I didn't even know you could feed Pokemon in Pokemon Go.
Yeah, you can give them a berry that makes them more friendly for a bit. I think it even invites more Pokemon to come. But I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember.
I don't know.
But you could feed them berries that you have in your bag, and you could walk them around. The thing is really cool.
I was gonna say I should get back into Pokemon Go because I live in the city and I could just go to places.
Yeah, I gave up on it because they're not offering me anything.
It is kind of
There's
cool that you
nothing
can
there.
transfer from Pokemon Go to Let's Go to, you know, Sword and Shield and stuff.
Yeah, but you can only do Pokemon that are viable in Let's Go.
Oh, true.
But
Yeah,
even
it
then,
has to
not
be
all
Let's
the
Go.
Pokemon from Let's Go can even go into Sword and Shield. I just want a Pokemon game where, even if all the Pokemon aren't shown in the game, I want to be able to have them there. Like, some Pokemon I would understand if they weren't there just for, like, specific reasons. Like, oh, this Pokemon can't leave the region that they're from, or, again, some weird effect on the region causes this Pokemon not be able to, like, flourish here. So they abandon all hope of staying there.
We're gonna get a way to send Pokemon from Pokemon Go into the main games, I'm sure. It would be kind of cool to be able to go the other way, though.
I don't want to pay for Pokemon Bank constantly. Just to have all the Pokemon in the game, in all existence, in one place.
It would be really cool if we could do it the other way, where we could go from Pokemon, Sword and Shield, or Scarlet and Violet into Pokemon Go. Then you could have, like, event-only legendaries in Pokemon Go, and that'd be kind of cool.
I have like one or two of the Pikachu hats in Pokemon Go. But I think all of them except one in Sword and Shield.
I was gonna say, I think I got all of them when they first released. I think they released Snorlax, right?
I missed one Pokemon, or one of the Pikachu. Because I forgot the thing even existed. So I never grabbed it. And I think it was the last one.
Oh
no,
my
it's another-
god! Oh, you should change your name, by the way. In the server. I just realized that. But welcome in. I don't know if you're just vibing or not. I ran into a mouse.
Hi.
It's not shiny! Ugh.
Thank you for the reminder about my server name.
Yeah. I got a critical hit.
There was a problem using your account. No, there wasn't.
Woody wasn't?
Listen, I'm driving, by the way, so I'm not going to be able to look at anything, really, if I'm getting sent messages. Also, hi, Fallen.
Fallen is
I'm
muted.
confused.
Why?
Huh?
I'm confused.
Why?
Because you just said hi.
Hi to people.
Yes, I
What?
said hi to you. Why are you confused?
Damn, if that confuses you, I don't know what's
Because of what happened.
Yeah, but all things considered, I'm still going to be passive and civil.
I mean, let's be honest. We're all here because of me.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But my thing is, why would I go out of my way to blatantly ignore you when you're right there? It feels
Yeah, I
weird
feel like
to
that
not
would be, yeah.
acknowledge your existence. Like, I'm gonna acknowledge your existence.
Just be like, just anytime anybody says something, just ignore them. Oh, is it shiny? No. My Zoroark is just dumb.
No shiny mouse house yet.
My Zoroark keeps like running around, and then I think it's shiny, and then it's not shiny, and that's dumb. And I want a mouse. And who has mouse in Draft League? Somebody does.
Somebody does, because I'm pretty sure it got used against me already, and I was really, really annoyed when I saw it happen.
No, Tim didn't use it. Unless Goose used it, but I don't think Goose took it. I'm gonna use it against you.
Also, we haven't team built yet.
Yeah,
We
don't.
have not.
Just don't. Just lose.
No, I need to. I'm probably gonna bother Riven after work tomorrow. If not, we'll do it on Saturday. But
Just lose for him. Do it. No ball.
I don't want to lose.
You're gonna lose. I hate to tell you.
No, we're not.
I hate to tell you, but this is not gonna be your first win.
It's gonna be our first win, or
It's
I'm
really
going
not.
to fight somebody.
Fight me. We're literally going to fight. So, I don't know what you want from me.
Okay, fair point. Oh my god, I haven't gotten to be in call with you all day. I haven't gotten to tell you about last night, but I can't talk about last night on stream, and this is driving me crazy.
Yeah, so
I need to call you later.
oh my god, I love my truck. I just got it.
I know,
I love it so
jealous
much.
of your truck.
You should be. It's so expensive.
I'm
though.
jealous of the fact you have I'm jealous of the fact you have a new vehicle. I think that's what I'm really jealous about.
Okay,
is the fact that
well,
you have a
were you jealous when I got a Ford Escape, or a Chevy Cruze, or a Chevy Cruze, or whatever I had before that?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
jealous of the fact you've
well,
always had
fair.
at least multiple cars at all times. Is also something a little jealous. And
Are you
it's
jealous
okay.
of my $10,000 in car repairs since the beginning of the year?
No.
Okay.
Did you end up selling Mariner?
Yeah, it's gone.
You got it sold? Nice. Nice.
So the listing said $2,000, and then the guy said, "Would you take 1,500?" on text message, and I was like, "Well, if you come take it today, I'll take 1,500." And then while we were sitting there, he was like, "What's the lowest you'll go on it?" And I was like, 14. And he was like, "How about 13?" And I was like, "Do you have 1350?" And he goes, "I only have hundreds." And I said, "Yeah, I'll take 13."
I think that you just got scammed out of not even $200. Excuse me, $700.
I just sold a $500 car for almost $1,500. I think they got scammed.
Okay, fair point. But
Like,
the fact
the
that
car has no transmission.
I
Like,
would not have gone lower than 1,400 because he already brought you
for
down
a
to
car with no transmission?
And I would have been like, no, 1,400 is the lowest I'll go.
So here's the
Because
thing.
that man,
Here's the
no,
thing.
there was no way in hell that he wasn't willing to fork out the other $100. He was just saying how low you
I don't
go.
care. I'll take $200 less than I told him when he got there. I was gonna take way less than that. So here's the thing. I started at $3,000. Every
I
day
remember.
I'm lowering the price $500. So if he didn't take it in 2 days, the price would have been what, $1,000, and I would have got less.
Okay, fair point. But
So I
still.
think I don't think I made a terrible decision. Yeah, I probably could have got more money for it, but also I don't want to do that kind of work. I don't care. You know, it's gone. I needed it gone.
Yeah.
You know? The
Just
longer it
in
waits.
my head, the
Yeah.
way my brain works. It's the way that my brain and
If I
money
was
works.
maximizing my cash, yeah, I made a mistake. But
Yeah,
if
and
I
that's how
was-
my brain works. Always trying to maximize the amount of money
Yeah.
that because I don't have that control with myself. I try to get it through other people, which is not a good thing.
yeah,
But
if
you
I
feel
was just trying to get rid of a pain in the ass, you know, I would have taken scrap price for it. I would have taken $250.
babe. If I watched you take $250 for that car, I would have been so mad.
Would you have bought it for $250?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So it's more than you would pay. Yeah, I don't know.
It's just the fact that I know the value of those, like, because that car wasn't scrap. There was so much value in the parts that it could have as a scrap vehicle.
Yes
or a
and no.
Project car.
There was
or as
nothing.
A project car.
There was nothing on it that was perfect, and it had 200,000 miles, which is well over the life cycle for that car. But it did have good. It did have 8 out of 10 parts on it. Like the seats were probably 8 out of 10. The paintwork is probably 8 out of 10. The wheels are like 5 out of 10. Like it was not a 10 out of 10 vehicle in any regard.
No,
but
neither is mine.
You know.
And I know that. I know my vehicle's not a 10 out of 10 car. It's like an 8.5 out of 10 at best.
So yeah, I mean, it's worth more to me not sitting in my driveway. You know.
Yeah. And what about your Fiero? Is there any updates on the Fiero yet?
No, I don't think. Do I need any updates on the Fiero?
I think you need to put it on Facebook Marketplace.
No, I don't want to sell my dream car.
I thought that you said you were going to sell the Fiero for like $8,000 to somebody.
If somebody was going to give me $8,000, I would sell it.
I just drove right into pouring rain.
It's raining in my game.
It's raining right now. But no, I thought you told me that you could go get another Fiero for like $3,000.
Yeah, if somebody gave me $8,000 for my Fiero, I could go get another Fiero for $2,000. But my Fiero is not worth $8,000.
But there's people willing to buy it for $8,000.
I don't think so. What really happened is it was at somebody's repair shop, and somebody said, how much for that? And I said $8,000, and then that was the end of it. You know, I don't see anybody paying $8,000 for it. I think
you never know.
If they did, it would have been stupid for paying $8,000 for it. But I also don't want somebody driving my car. You know?
Yeah. I'm sorry if the rain is really, really loud or sounds like I'm
can't
yelling.
hear it at all.
Well, I'm also yelling.
You are
yelling. To be heard over the rain. There's no way in hell that the rain is not audible on my call.
It's not. Not until you, like, talk. I'm trying to jump on this man.
Oh, bye, Paulus.
Give me a second.
What? Hello? Hello?
Alright, I just got yelled at for something I fixed. Okay, if you see on my screen, obviously you can't, but there's a floating Pokeball randomly in the air.
Are you playing? You're playing the newest games, right? This is Violet.
Yeah, I'm playing Violet.
Yeah, this is a glitch. This has been a glitch in Violet and Scarlet. It's not a
That's
really
alright.
common glitch.
I get it.
But like the Pokeball just being on the screen, yeah, that's a glitch from this game.
Okay, so I told myself that was going to be my last sandwich, and I think it is my last sandwich. I'm going to go ahead and end stream. I've also been live for a lot longer than I thought. I thought I'd be alive for maybe an hour and 30 minutes. I was thinking just an hour, but it's been 2 hours already. So
2 hours, right?
what?
I was gonna say, I think I was gonna call you as you like started streaming. I was like, oh, it won't be that long. It's a shiny hunting stream. It's only gonna be like an hour.
Wow. I hate that you said that because that's like my biggest like pet peeve that I do is I'll like start something that's supposed to be long and I'll only go for like an hour.
No,
When, like a shiny hunting
like
stream.
that.
A shiny hunting stream should be like 2 to 4 hours. Like minimum.
But if you only have an hour, you're only filling up to streaming for an hour. Then stream for an hour. The only reason I was saying that I was like thinking it'd be an hour is because that's something that you do regularly. I've just gotten accustomed to it, but I have nothing against you doing longer streams
I have not streamed for an hour
in a while.
since last year. All of my streams have been 2 hours. Because that was my, that was my, like, God, what is it called?
New Year.
That was my
New
New
Year's
Year's resolution last year, was to stream for more than an hour. Or to stream for 2 hours. Try to go for 2 hours. So most of them are 2 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. That one, I think my internet died, so it's 45 minutes. Or we died in the game. That could also be it. No, just kidding. That was the when we finished Minecraft and we had this big falling out. That was that stream.
Oh, that was such a fun stream.
That was such an interesting stream. I want to go relive that moment. Brain no work right now. Oh my god, I was gonna say that was also when I was shiny hunting for Chimchar.
Oh my goodness. That was a long time ago. I'm just glad you didn't say that was when you were shiny hunting Cryogonal. That was like a really, really long time ago.
Wasn't I? Well, I was dual hunting. So before Chimchar, it was Petalil, which only lasted a couple streams, and then it was Cryogonal.
I was gonna say, I don't even remember you doing Petalil.
Yeah. It looks like it's only
Probably.
one stream.
You must have gotten it really quick, because that was probably a stream I didn't make it to. I wanted
Nope,
to make it to
it
the
is.
last.
I got it on the 3rd stream.
Interesting. What are you shiny hunting after Mouse House?
Good question. So Mouse House is the hardest in this game. I do want to hunt a couple things in this game, but that are very less important.
Goldango. You should shiny hunt Goldango.
It's shiny locked.
Huh?
It's shiny locked.
I thought Goldango was not shiny locked.
No, it's one of the only non-legendary Pokemon that's shiny locked.
Really?
Yeah. That's why we couldn't get you a shiny one.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Are you still live?
I am still. I'm just gonna end it now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Whatever. I'm too lazy to do an outro.